Hey everybody, this is Dustin, Derby Specialist. So I'm coming to check out Terry. He's working on a Grand Design Reflection, and this is a 278 BH. And one of the things that the customer was complaining about was, hey, I have water leaks in the compartment. So just like the Brinkleys and a lot of the other units that we see, you'll see when water gets sprayed in between the compartment door, there's just a seal that's making contact here. Well, water's running down in here. He's sealed all the screws, he's pulled the cover plates, injected all those to make sure water's keeping out. But keep in mind, if you're pressure washing this, or if you're blasting it with the hose, or heavy rain and wind, you are going to get water in any RV that's out there. It's just unable. Now, something else we want to show you on this is a newer style door, right? And so these hinges, look real closely right here. See how there's that little bitty gap? Well, when it closes, go ahead and close it. So when it closes, there's this spot right here. Now open it up. Let's go on this inside and look at the inside of this. So it's a magnetic door. Now you can see that the factory put a piece of rubber. Now this is not Grand Design. This is the people that made the actual door.
Up under here.
They put a little strip right here, but then underneath here, you see that little strip of rubber. So let me pull this guy off, right? Which it wasn't really sticking well. And you can see on the back side where the water was getting to the seal anyways, right?
Yeah, it's all
and
right.
So you see this little edge here. Let me stand that up. See that little edge where it's just barely making contact? Now you can see it really good on my camera, Terry. See how that whole corner was missing? Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put something a little bit thicker in there, and he's gonna clean up the surface, and he's gonna cut this to fit, and we're gonna, do one of these. We're gonna hope for the best. If it works, great. If it don't work,
you can't sell with silicone because you open your door and it breaks the silicone.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things, It's like, when you're washing it, don't pressure wash it right there. If it's raining real hard, there's nothing you can do. Open up the door, come throw a frickin' towel down in there to catch the water temporarily, and go from there. It's just like anything. None of these units are watertight, and if that door's doing it, could it be from movement because it's on the ass end and it's swaying and moving and buckling and all that? It could be, but it's the same with this door. You see this door is not as long, and there's no centerpiece right here like there is on the back of that door. So, we try to always fix what we can and try to make things better, but sometimes these things just are what they are. Now again, this is a Lippert door. It's manufactured by Lippert, so if they do see this, hey guys, here's something else. Now we've been messing with compartment doors for, 2.5 decades, because I've got about 26 years, and I think Terry's got about the same. And that's all you can do. So you stuck that new seal on there?
Yeah.
Let me take a picture of it here, or look at it. All right, so that new seal's on there.
Closes.
Yep.
See? Now that's gonna push it up.
That's okay.
If it stayed like that, it would seal.
Yeah.
But eventually, this hinge is gonna cut that seal.
Well,
but
it is what it is. It's just like, the windows have double rubbers.
Yeah.
Eventually those are going to shrink. Eventually these are going to shrink. Eventually it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but, obviously that now is not going to leak.
No.
Because it's compressed in it. So that's probably just a fix. Now, whether that lasts
How long
6 months
Who
or
knows?
3 years or whatever, but make sure when you guys, like I said, when you guys are spraying your coaches, watch spraying too heavy of a pressure around all your compartment doors, because it's just pushed in place. So if your slam latches are loose, or the strikers are loose, or the bulb seals are loose, or anything at all comes loose on any of the doors, you do take a risk of getting water back in there. So, all right, Terry. Looks like you owe me a case of sweet tea. We had a bet. He comes, you got to come see this. No. We had a bet.
I haven't water tested it yet.
No, wait a minute. Go ahead. Let's do it. And so he said, anytime we give each other a bad time, I either owe him a case of Coors Light, or he owes me a case of sweet tea. And I think The Duster.
But we'll see how long that
Yeah. I think the Duster wins again on this one, everybody. So
We'll see. It takes a minute. But who knows how, like I said, it could last a week.
It could last the week. It could last 10 years. You never know. But you know, that's why I look at things differently, though, Terry. I'm weird. You know, I can't help it. My uncle tells me that I'm I don't know, he says 1 to 3%. He's getting me wet with water. So, like the 1 to 3%, he says, you look at things differently than most people. And I do, but, you know, also got an architecture and engineering background, which even on that kind of stuff, when I look at stuff for construction or RVs, I just look at things and I just cringe and go, man, why they do that? Now, something else too, a lot of these doors, depending on the doors, they'll have some kind of a camber to them or a bend to them. And so sometimes people will take a straight edge to them and they'll say, hey, they're not straight. And a lot of times it's like the entry doors, they're actually tweaked. So if people go and were to take a straight edge, it's actually bent down here low and it's bent up high and it's buckled in the middle so that when that slam latch latches, that it puts pressure in the center. And so, you know, whether it be compartment door, the compartment doors the same way. Even this door here too, if you notice, look at the depth, the difference here, and then I can stick my finger clear in there, but now as I go down here, I can't, you know. So keep an eye on your doors. Even this here too, this door's got a much bigger gap right here as it goes around. So like I said, don't pressure wash them and don't spray them with a ton of water. And you can see he's sprayed this with a ton of water, and something stupid like this, you know, whether it's a, you know, consumer fixing it or repair tech fixing it or whatever, it can, chasing water can drive you nuts.
Yeah.
You know, even around the doors and stuff like that, you know, there's nothing that sandwiches these doors. And so, you know, I always kind of bitch and complain about that. We just had a guy pick up a Grand Design Imagine yesterday, and he said, hey, I've been following your posts and stuff, and he said, hey, check out what I did to the bottom of my door. So when we open this door, I'll show you too, because this one may not be that way as well, but these doors are just sandwiched. And so before you go all the way up, yeah, you see how small these holes are here compared to my finger, right there? What would you say that is, an eighth?
Fat eighth.
Yeah, so there's only one hole here and there's one hole down there,
yeah,
and then there's the actual lock itself. Typically what I do is I like to drill like a 1/4 inch hole, and I'll put a couple of them throughout the door base. That way any water that gets past where it's sandwiched, we'll let it drain out. What? Well, that's because you sprayed it too hard.
No. Nope. Looks like I got a case of beer.
Whoa. It's coming in from the top. It's coming in from the top.
No, that's all sealed.
I wonder when you were spraying it if it's getting back behind here and running down.
I'll do another video. I did a video with my phone inside.
Yeah.
And
you don't see nothing on the ceiling. There's actually a little separation right there at the very tip top, but I don't think that it's yeah, there's a little baby gap right there where this, oh look, where this is moving, that's moving. So
let me see where.
There's a little baby separation right up top there. It was hard to see. I just noticed like the pencil line. I wonder if that's it.
I don't know. Like I said, last time I had my phone in here, I'm going to video it again and see what.
Yep. Save that little piece though. He's trying to get out of my sweet tea is what he's trying to do. So if you work for Coors Light, you know, send Terry a case. This is his favorite beer. Now don't send him Bud Light. No. He'll throw a fit and he'll never work on your RV again.
I won't touch it.
He'll start cross-dressing and getting all crazy with us. And like, hi,
dancing on the
how
table.
can I help you with your RV? Yeah, but that's what I would check out. See that little bitty spot right there? I don't know if I can zoom in quite right and get it. There's a little bitty gap, and I think it's from the door flexing when that's moving.
Yeah, but I don't know how much more you could really. Like I said, it's just a. Rather than your piano hinges, that
Yeah.
don't have this issue. When it's just got these 3 areas here,
Yep. It's a Lippert door.
there's nothing you can do.
Untested. But it opens and closes so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, see if that'll help. And then, I don't know, man. It just is what it is. And that bulb seal that we put in, that's not affecting the actual door from
No.
closing, is it?
Nope.
Nope.
It's sealing better than this.
That's just the water off the door leaking.
Sealing better than the one that was in there.
Yep. So, all right. Well, stay tuned for more. We're going to try to figure it out some more. And even in this videotaping, us goofing around, there's like 10 minutes, So by the time he yanks the hose and the air hose out and dries and wipes it and futzes with it again and adds some more stuff on it and see what happens. So keep your fingers crossed for us. We'll see if we can't fix it. And, what they say, never give up until it's time to give up. And you can say, yep, it is what it is. Yeah. So, all right, well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Dustin and Terry, your RV specialists, and we will talk to you soon.